Hello, my gorgeous gastronomes and vampires. Welcome to T-Rex Steel City Mukbang. Where will this food journey take you today? Pull up a seat. Let's eat. Hey guys, how you doing today? I have a super healthy dinner today. Super healthy. It's yellow rice. I had a couple pieces of broccoli left over in there, so there's some broccoli. I have some Italian style green beans and some salmon. Yeah, some sauteed salmon. That's what we're doing today. I haven't had salmon in a long time, but I want to thank all my subscribers. All of you guys, old and new, I love you. And to those of you who have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Got the bubbly, sparkling water. I was hungry. This is good. So guys, last night on CNN, they had a little mini series of the guy that just went to jail for killing his son and his wife, Alex Murdaugh. They had this little mini series about his family, about him and his family. I didn't realize that they were pretty much all very sinister people. The wife, the sons, and the father, they were all very sinister. They were talking about how the youngest son, the one that was killed by his father, he was a very arrogant, nasty kid. And it wasn't his fault because that's how his family raised him. That the Murdaughs were better than anybody else because they had 100-year history of their family being state attorneys, I guess. I think they were state attorney generals or something like that. From the great-grandfather all the way down to this Alex monster. A long line of very prestigious attorneys. Lead prosecutors, I believe that's what it was. Something to that effect. Whatever, in their small town, they could get away with anything as soon as their name was mentioned. So that's what they were talking about. The young kid, had his own boat. You know, spoiled rich kid. He had his own boat. He went out with some friends. He's drunk. The friends are begging him to let them drive the boat. He refuses. He's doing stupid stuff. Like running the boat in circles, like doing donuts with the boat. Just being reckless on the water. And oh, there's bones in there. Uh-oh. I thought this was boneless. I really did. I hope that's the only one. I hope. He was just being really reckless. And he wouldn't listen to his friends. So he crashes the boat. One of the young girls on the boat fell overboard. Well, actually, they all went overboard when he crashed the boat. But the young girl was the girlfriend of Paul Murdaugh's friend. So Paul is the young kid's name. His friend's girlfriend was the young lady that went overboard, and they didn't find her body. She disappeared in the water. Her body was later found deceased, of course. But the kid, prosecutor's son, most well-known family in South Carolina, he's going to get away with it. So there was that murder, calling it that, manslaughter, that they got away with. Then there was another guy. I didn't know any of this stuff until I watched the story last night. There was another kid that ended up dead. A whole different incident. A young gay kid. Disappeared from home. He told his sister that he was visiting someone, dating someone in South Carolina that was a very prestigious, very well-known, wealthy family. And he was dating the son of this family. He never told his sister who. But when he went missing, people started to assume that it was the Murdaugh boy who was dating this gay kid. Anyway, they found the gay kid on the side of the road in South Carolina. They first said it was a car accident, but there was no car. Then they switched to he was hit by a car. Okay, so it's a hit and run then, right? All of the fingers were pointing at the older Murdaugh boy as being in the closet and was dating this boy. But apparently the kid was going to tell. This is all alleged. All alleged. They had no proof, but all the fingers were pointing that way. That the older Murdaugh boy, his name is Buster, and his younger brother Paul killed the gay kid to keep him quiet and left his body on the side of the road. Still couldn't prove that though. Or either they could prove it and the police just swept it under the rug because of who they were. The last story was about the Murdaughs' housekeeper and nanny that they had for 20 years. A call went into 911 to have an ambulance come to the Murdaughs' place. Because the nanny fell and hit her head. They said she fell down, or fell up. They said she fell up the front steps outside and hit her head. By the time the ambulance got there, she was dead. Suspicion was the younger Murdaugh boy, Paul Murdaugh, pushed her up the stairs, shoved her because they were arguing. She found some drugs in his room and was going to tell his father. So they got into an argument and he pushed her and she fell and she died after hitting her head. Nothing happened to him. That was also swept under the rug. So that was 3 mysterious deaths surrounding this Murdaugh family. And I think this was within a span of 6 years' time. And then the father goes and kills the young kid and the wife. My theory is the young kid was getting in too much trouble. Because there was still a civil case against him for the boating accident that killed the girl. There was a civil case for millions of dollars. So I think here I go with my conspiracy thoughts. I think the father killed the young boy because to get himself out from under that legal action, the civil action. If the kid is dead, they can't sue the kid. Father won't have to pay because he wasn't the one that did it. The boy was old enough to be sued. I believe they said he was 20 when the boating accident happened. So just to clear the family name, I think the father killed the kid. And I think he killed the wife for the insurance money. That family, karma, you know what karma is. They all had it coming. Because the mother, I forgot to say this, when the maid fell and hit her head, the mother called the police, the ambulance. But she was so nonchalant about it. As if she pretty much didn't care. Her tone of voice making the call was not one of urgency. if you're watching someone bleed to death from their head, she should have sounded more urgent. It was like she was calling to say, hey, my cat is stuck in a tree, you know? It's like she was calling like that with no sense of urgency or concern in her voice. So, like I said, that whole Murdaugh family, very sinister people. And after 100 years of history of being the most prestigious family in town, it only took a year for Alex Murdaugh to destroy it. Smeared the whole family name. By being a murderer. And getting caught. I thought it was a very interesting show. Like I said, I had no clue of the scandals behind this family. It was terrible. So many scandals. And it all revolved around money and power. Greed. The father definitely got what he deserved. You raise your son to be a monster. And then you cannot take the monster you created, so you kill him. This was a very good light meal. I didn't find any more bones. The salmon is bomb. So flaky and good. And I am full, yes. Very. Tapping out. Peace out, my gastronomes and vampires. I will see you soon.